Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
I want to just talk about margin, not necessarily profit margin or gross margin, but even just time margin and capacity margin for you as an individual. I'm of the belief that without margin in our lives and in our businesses, we can't effectively make good decisions and think about our values and stick to our values and all this kind of stuff. And it's almost like what you said, as things get lean, you start to maybe want to differ from your values and take on that client.
It's temptation.
What are the ways that you protect margin and instill margin into your life and your business? What are things that you try to do to protect that?
It's a really good question. It's kind of baked in. There's so many things. It's baked into the. I think the biggest thing, honestly, Khalil, is staying honest and true to those core values or best practices that we know after almost 10 years of doing this. Like we know what works and we know what doesn't work. And if you don't have the moral courage, the fortitude to say no to the wrong opportunities so that you can say yes to the right ones, I think that's the big one, right? Because the right opportunities, right? The right people, whether they're employees, trade partners, clients, when we have the right people, which for us, thankfully, like is most of the time, right? Like we actually, I think we've done pretty well. We've been pretty disciplined about how we're doing this. We're not perfect by any means, but we've been pretty disciplined about that. So most of the time we do have that right mix. And when we do, my margins of time and sanity are protected. I consider myself to be a pretty blessed guy. I have surrounded myself with, I have attempted to surround myself with good people that I trust and they trust me, and I want to be as good and as giving as I can be to everyone who comes into this contact with this company. Our core focus, right back to EOS, is like we're building better lives. That's our intent. It's not just projects. It's not just sticks and bricks. What we're trying to do is build better lives, and that means that I want my superintendent and my project manager and my trade partners and my clients, I want them to have margins in their lives too, In order to do that, we have to be disciplined about how we operate, and I think that the biggest thing is saying yes to the right things and saying no to the wrong things. Saying no to that's not an opportunity. That's an opportunity for somebody. It's not an opportunity for us. And that requires a pretty high level of discipline, I'll say it sometimes, especially on my part. It kind of, again, it's nice when things are going well and people want to give you credit, as the leader, and like, wow, like it looks like you got a good thing going there, right? But I have to be just as ready to accept the other side of that coin, right? When things aren't going well, guess whose fault it is? There's nobody else around here to blame, so I think. I think saying yes to the right things and saying no to the wrong things, that is what I think that's one of the biggest things that anybody can do to create margin in their life.
That's great. Yeah, you have to have your best yes, and I think that is really good. It's how you're going to protect your margin in so many different areas, and it's how you're going to protect your sanity and your people. I think with building better lives, it's not just about your clients, but it's also about your team and your trade partners, right?
Everybody.
And so the fear of missing out, FOMO, is going to kill that opportunity to build better lives, because you'll say yes to things that you shouldn't be saying yes to,
Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you, so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, it might be there, it might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.